So it is exciting to be here, and today what I would like to talk about is a fad, a hype actually. It's better to call it a hype, because today I would like to ask questions about something that's really being marketed to all of us. We are almost being manipulated into it. It's being sold to us, and we all believe that this is the biggest deal there ever was. I'm going to talk about AI, artificial intelligence. First things first, is it new? Is it something that just came up recently? It is not. There are many examples of it through the past. There are people who imagined it through time, and there are many works of literature and art that have mentioned it. Let's start with books. The first book to ever describe AI is from the end of the 70s. The famous Shibumi of Travanian talks about the fat boy, that's the name that's given to the computer, that is able to assess statistically what is dangerous to the company. It talks about not only having the information, it tells about how this information is assessed by the supercomputer in statistical form. It is the earliest example of a work of art, a work of literature talking about AI. Then comes movies. I and my son, we are cinemaphiles, and we love movies. And there are quite a few movies that talk about it. The most interesting is maybe A Space Odyssey, 2001. It talks about the supercomputer that's able to think, predict, assess, and finally kill human beings. It's an amazing movie. Again, there's this cult movie, The Thing. The Thing basically is an organism that is able to assess people and mimic them. Just the very thing that we are very afraid of today about AI. Then there's the name. It's very interesting. Somebody comes up with the name, but it is generated in such a way that you don't ever question it. Artificial intelligence. The question is very simple. Artificial is okay. But intelligence, can you have intelligence without having consciousness? Is it a possibility that you can be clever but not understand what you are doing? Imagine a kid that learns mathematics, okay? He'll be able to do calculations, he'll be able to find angles and their values in geometry, but does this mean that he understands everything that he is doing? Is this a possibility? So if we have got something, a tool, a very powerful tool, that's able to do things for us, does it mean that it understands what it's doing? Does having something that can come up with answers mean that it is clever? Then our dictionary is clever. Or is it a hype that's being pumped into modern society today? Let's go back a bit to the 2000s. Year 2000 was very interesting. It was the turn of a millennia, and there was this unbelievable fright called the Y2K. Many people in the world believed the world as we knew it was going to end. Educated people, people that had diplomas, built shelters under their homes, believing that the world as we knew it was going to end. Because there was this glitch, they said, where the calendars in computers was going to go early and everything was going to stop. There was not going to be electricity, there was not going to be flights, there was not going to be any logistics left. And it was all going to end. Then what happened? The year 2000 came and nothing happened. Okay, it passed. Then came different methods of draining information from the people to mimic the people. Remember the big project that Facebook had? You all posted your childhood photos, and then Facebook came up with the technology to recognize your face, which it sold to Apple later. And now you look at your phone and it recognizes your face, and you are able to talk about whatever it is that you believe is a secret. But the real deal is, if you're in a big town like London or Istanbul, what happens is if you are just a normal guy that's not being sold, around 2,000 pictures of you are taken every half an hour. What the computer does then is it turns the pictures sideways and it cuts them into topographic lines and it recognizes you even if you are disguised as somebody else. Doesn't matter if you are trying to disguise yourself, changing your gender, changing your hair, shaving, or letting your mustache, it doesn't mean anything because it's looking at your topographical lines. So is this clever? Or is it simply analyzing something that they have taught the machine? Okay? So when we talk about AI, is it really the new thing that's going to shape our lives? I cannot help but remember the famous story about Isaac Asimov. It's one of his shortest stories, but it's one of the deepest. It has a big impact on me. The story is very simple. The school day ends, it's the end of the semester, and every kid has a scorecard. So the kids go out, and one of them is very happy because he's the champion. He's the guy that ended with the top scores at school. So they are going home, he's with his friend, and he says, tomorrow I'm going to get my gift. And the other kid says, I'm so envious of you. You are going to get this amazing gift. They keep on talking about this gift. There's this gift that they are talking about, but they don't tell what the gift is. At the end, they're home, they eat something, they rest of it, and then the kid says, tomorrow I'm going to go to the museum and they're going to teach me how to read. That's the gift. Because at this point in time, they only learn what the machine tells them. And none of them can read anymore. Only the brightest among the kids are being taught to be able to do research on their own. Is this the future we really want? Or is this the hype that's being manipulated into our minds? And I would like to make a comparison. There are some very important inventions in life. To control fire is one of them. The wheel is another one. Number 3 comes up with the blade. So today, I have brought this little blade with me. The steel that you see is Japanese. This is premium Japanese steel, okay? The Japanese are a nation that don't have iron ore, but they are the ones who created the standard for steel. So this is premium steel. There's nothing fancier than this. And Sinan Tansel of Krop, Istanbul, has made it into this beautiful, simple penknife. What you are seeing in my hand ranks as number 3 as the top invention in the world. So what I want you to think about is, imagine we didn't invent this. Imagine the humankind didn't know what a blade is. And then compare the blade and everything that you use the blade for to AI. Did you have a life before AI? Yes. Did you do research before AI? Yes. Did you invent cardiac operations before the AI? Yes. So the hype is just the hype. Thank you very much for your time.